Hey everyone. Today I'm super excited to introduce you to Marco, one of our best students and also one of our latest trading heroes here at Unger Academy. Our Trading Hero program celebrates the significant achievements of our student traders. And Marco hit the jackpot with $25,000 earned through his trading. Hi Marco, how are you?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm well, and you?
Good, thanks. It's great to have you with us today. So let's get started and talk a bit about you, your work, and what you do every day.
Yeah, sure thing. Good morning, everyone. I am Marco, and my background is in biomedical engineering, a pretty specialized field. I've spent my career in the medical device industry, focusing primarily on the business end of things, like sales and marketing across Europe.
Wow, that's quite a diverse background you've got there, blending engineering with marketing and sales. It's really interesting. What were some of the biggest hurdles you faced with trading before you joined the Unger Academy?
Well, actually, I've always seen trading as a fun activity, almost like a hobby I deeply enjoy. I got into it back in 2015, starting with my first technical analysis courses. And that's when I began diving into the world of discretionary trading. Over the years, as I took these courses and started to grasp how things work, the indicators, reading charts, deciding when to enter or exit a trade, setting stop losses and taking profits, I realized that there was one aspect of discretionary trading I just couldn't get on board with, and that was the psychological element. Poring over charts and studying intensively, I'd often find myself making what I thought was the right entry, but then deciding when to exit became a huge challenge. Now, if a trade wasn't going as expected, I'd agonize over whether to pull out or hang in there or adjust my stop loss. Ultimately, this indecision didn't translate into the profits I had hoped for. It felt like a lot of time and effort went in, but the rewards, they just weren't there. And that's when I decided to start looking for a different method, a method that could cut down on that psychological stress that came with trading, to significantly reduce the impact of the psychological element.
Ah, yes. And the stress, right? Not being sure if you're making the right move or not.
Yeah, there's also the time factor. I don't always have enough time to dedicate to trading. So sometimes I just made a trade and it hit a stop loss. And I couldn't be glued to the charts all day and wait for that perfect entry point for a profit. So maybe this occurred when I was away. So I ended up taking more losses than profits, mainly because I couldn't spend all day on the charts.
Got it. So why did you decide to go with our program instead of all the other options available on the market?
Well, I chose you guys after a lot of time spent in research, trying to figure out the different courses available on the market. Because, as we all know, there are tons of trading courses and methods out there, making it pretty hard to find a course or a method that proves to be genuinely valuable. Then, after much searching, I stumbled upon the free content made available by the Unger Academy. And I learned all about Andrea Unger's extensive experience and long years as a trader. His success convinced me that Unger Academy was the real deal. A solid school providing authentic content and teaching a well-structured method. It was exactly what I was looking for. So I decided to embark on this journey.
Awesome. Thank you. Was there something specific about our program that really helped you?
Absolutely. For sure, the Unger Method taught at the Academy made all the difference for me. the coaching calls and having access to a vast amount of resources where I could find answers to the questions and answers to the doubts that I had throughout the learning process were just incredibly helpful. Meeting other students and discussing our questions, our doubts and experiences together also played a big part in my training, and it helped me to complete the training program and to start trading systematically on the markets.
That's excellent. It's important not to feel isolated in trading. What kind of results have you seen since applying what you've learned at the Academy?
Well, it took me a while to start trading live. I actually went live about a year and a few months after joining the Unger Academy. And the reason for that is, well, I wanted to make sure that I thoroughly understood the method. And I had all the necessary tools set up for systematic trading. I've been trading live since March 2023. So it's almost a year now. And reflecting on 2023, it's been about a year, well, about 9 months of satisfaction, let's say. I ended the year with a plus 30% profit. And this was definitely a significant achievement for me. It gave me great satisfaction because it was the first fruit of the efforts that I'd put in the training program and everything that I'd learned through the Unger Academy.
That's fantastic, Marco. We're really happy for you. How has achieving these results changed your life in terms of both finances and your overall perspective?
Honestly, not much has changed from a year ago. It's still early days, just around 1 year in, so I'm expecting things to evolve over the next months or years. For me, it was a clear sign that trading the markets can indeed be a profitable activity, which is a promising start and makes me hopeful for what's ahead. The psychological struggles I mentioned earlier, well, they're much less of an issue with systematic trading compared to discretionary. Even though I come from a discretionary background, I sometimes find it hard to stick with the systems under certain market conditions. Yet, looking back at the last year, turning off the systems didn't really change my earnings either way. And I think I wouldn't have gained more or less than I actually did. So I think that is proof that once systematic trading is set up on a strong foundation, it should just be left to do its own thing.
Definitely. So where do you think you'd be if you hadn't joined our program?
Well, I think I'd probably still be involved in trading somehow because it genuinely interests me. That's something I really like. But I doubt I'd have seen the success I have now. For sure, there would have been more uncertainty in my trading actions because, honestly, I was totally lacking a solid strategy. Sometimes I acted in one way, sometimes I acted in another. I had no method in trading. So finding a structured method through the Unger Academy has made all the difference.
Makes sense. Thanks. And do you have any final thoughts for those watching this interview and thinking about joining the Academy?
For anyone new to systematic trading and considering Unger Academy, there are certainly some things to consider. First off, I'd say that Unger Academy's reliability and effectiveness are clear from my experience. I had proof of this throughout my entire training program. Joining the Academy gives you access to an extensive range of materials and trading systems developed by fellow students. You get support through coaching calls. The Academy has a solid foundation and teaches a proven method. Now, I know many students, myself included, have successfully transitioned to live trading. So, yeah, I am definitely convinced that it was a worthwhile choice. and my experience was definitely a positive one. On the other hand, it obviously demands some dedication and hard work to absorb everything and apply it effectively, so that when one day you'll start trading live in the markets, hopefully, it will lead you to profitable trading. Or at the very least, it'll provide you with a strong understanding and confidence in your trading method. Enough to say, I'm facing a drawdown period, but hey, I'm well prepared for future success when the market shifts. These insights are crucial for anyone looking to succeed in systematic trading.
That's wonderful advice. Embrace the hard work and trust in the knowledge you've gained. Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Marco, for sharing your journey with us. And here's to your continued success in trading.
Thanks so much. Yeah, catch you later.
Ciao, everybody. Till next time.